Guys, click on the subscribe button on my channel and press the bell icon to get the latest information on my videos immediately. Welcome you all to the new episode of Tech Adi Utkarsh. I'm Adit and I'm going to tell you some of the common myths about smartphone, about battery, performance and something else. So let's get started. Number 1 myth, your battery. So most of the people think that you discharge your battery to full and then charge your battery. This gonna improve your performance of battery. So I gonna say that this is not true. This is not true at all. Just drain your battery to 70 and just charge it up to 80 or 100 or whatever. Whatsoever you want to do with your battery, you are allowed to do. It's not written in any smartphone manual that you should drain your battery completely and then top it up. And second is related to the same thing as while you are sleeping at night. You plug your smartphone into the charger and it will blow overnight. It's not gonna happen because a smartphone are smartphone. They are smartphone. They are smarter than you. So they cut off the power when they reach to 100%, so they will not blow off. There will be no issue with your charger. Yeah, but you should use your original charger. And in case the battery is removable, then use original batteries only. I'm not talking about the cheap, $5, $2 battery. They will blow off surely and take your device to hell also. So don't do that thing. Your smartphone will be safe all over. So let's now talk about this second myth, and this is about cleaning Android background apps. So here, let's assume that you run a device having 2 gigs of RAM and sort of playing Clash of Clans or Asphalt 8. You play a lot on your device and suddenly you receive a call from your mom and you have to attend it. So you just it comes over and you click on the call accept button and you start talking. After you cut the call, the game runs there. This is because the Android catches that game. That game is not closed, it is saved at that moment where you left it. And now you are in the call, so the dialer app will be on the foreground, but the game is not in the background. Yeah, it's sort of cached there. And what you are doing, forcing your Android app to clean these caches away. So when you cut the call, you have to restart the game there. That's not a good thing. You lost all your progress. God knows you crossed hell to get to that level and it's all vanished. Boom. Starting from the starting point. Don't do these. Don't use the cache cleaners or the background app killers. The Android manages the RAM itself at the best. Do not remove the app cache from the background or the background apps. Do not force them to kill. So you will have a greater RAM consumption when more of the apps are running in background. But that doesn't mean that your phone is bad or it is not managing RAM. It is managing RAM. That's why you get a little amount of free RAM there to open the next app. So while you are going back to those apps, they will be like very quick. You switch to recent and then tap on WhatsApp, it will open WhatsApp. Then you go to do the same thing with Facebook, Instagram and Twitter and YouTube, and many things can be opened from the recent menu only, and they will be fast, they will be snappy, progress will be lost. So, and if you clean the background apps, every time you open WhatsApp, it will be opened as a fresh app. More of the RAM and performance will be used, more of the battery used. That's not a good idea at all. So do not clean the background apps from the system. Do not use any third party app cleaner or whatever you use. Just throw them away. Now the third thing and the third common myth is sort of a thing, you cannot just eliminate it from your brain. See, we all belong from a world of Windows. Most of you, all of you must be running an PC having Windows 10, Windows 8.1, 8, maybe 7. Windows 7 support has been ended now. Upgrade to Windows 8 or 8.1. You might see that you have to use an antivirus, that is a very essential software of Windows. But when it comes to Android runs on Linux system. And Linux is a system where viruses do not act. I'm not saying there are no viruses. There aren't any viruses of Linux. I never heard of the term. No use of antivirus on Android device. No use. The Windows viruses aren't going to affect your Android system. They do not match. They are not compatible. The Linux and Windows system run on very different conditions and on different, the command line, the codes, the brains, hidden under Linux and Windows are very different. So the viruses of Windows will not affect the Linux, will not affect Android. And Android as such doesn't have any viruses. Yeah, most of the antivirus do have their app cleaner, cache cleaner, background apps killer, and battery life, just magically protect those battery life. So just delete any antivirus if you are using them. They are of no use to you. So just cut it out. Just delete it. The fourth myth which I'll be talking about is strictly like, most of the people think that using the screen brightness at full or at maximum, every time is gonna sort of degrade the LCD panel or something like that. I don't know. I've never heard of that in the real world. I just hear it on internet. People asking so much about their screens. So I'm gonna say that it's not that much bright. See, company has put a limit to what extent you can increase the brightness. So it means that the maximum of the screen brightness for your smartphone is not going to degrade the quality of the LCD panel over time. Those LEDs or LCDs will just degrade there due to the heat production, a lot of heat production. That's not going to happen because the company has put a safe limit there. If something would have happened like that, I never saw something happening like that. If you keep the brightness full, I actually keep the brightness of my device full every time whatsoever, day or night, it doesn't matter, it's full every time. And I'm using this device for 1 year or so. So I didn't see any issues with the display. The display is quite brilliant right now also. So this myth is kind of, it depends on you. And most of the users do not keep the, screen brightness at full every time. It is at almost middle or 1/4 the most of the day, and you do it at full when you are outside. So that doesn't hurt your screen in any way. I hope you like this video. Do like it and share it with your friends. And if you are new to my channel, then subscribe to the red button. It's free, no cost. Why am I telling this? Everybody watches YouTube, they know how to subscribe. Now most of you don't know how to subscribe, so press on that red button and subscribe for free, and you will get the latest information about my videos immediately, no delay. Guys, you can also watch these playlists and they are awesome. I'm trying to start a new series, Chat with Google Assistant. So do like and appreciate that series.